Good morning. I'm up here in my SheShed. I don't know if anybody's going to join me or not, but I'm a fixing to put a quilt on the long arm quilting machine and get it started. I will see. Here's here's my here's my machine. I'm going to quilt it on, and it's kind of manual. I'll have to work it and run it myself. It's not computerized. So I'm going to go ahead and start pinning the backing on there in case anybody comes along. I'm going to move you just a little bit. Now, this is the one we're going to quilt today. It's not a huge quilt, but this is what we're going to work on. I've got it all ready, and I've got my backing cut and my batting, and here is my backing that I'm going to pin onto the frame right now. I've got this. Let me show you. These are the pins I'm going to pin mine on with, and it's a little magnetized bowl, and it just sticks on there. Hello, Sandra. You're West Virginia. I can't remember sometimes where all you guys are from. It's cold here in Arkansas this morning. Oh, and hello, Candace. Hello, Candace. If you guys will chat just a minute, I'm going to start pinning because I really would like to get this done today because I've got a whole lot of projects started, and I've not run this machine here for probably 6 months. So I hope I don't make a fool out of myself trying to remember what I'm doing. Ooh, 28's cold. I think we had a frost, but I'm not sure if it was freezing, but it was a frost. And we've got beans and stuff up, so I'm afraid they probably got burnt. Hadn't been out to the garden to check them yet, but I hope they're okay. Should be time to garden by now, but the weather's crazy. All right, I'm gonna pin. Find that little pencil mark I made this morning, and it's on here. And I've got the center of this thing, so I'm gonna pin it. I think I'll move that down here. I'm still in the camera, aren't I? Did I get somebody? John, hello. Is it afternoon already? It may be where you're at. It's 10 o'clock in the morning here. Be careful not to stick myself because I don't have any band-aids up here. And if I stuck myself, I'd have to find a band-aid or I'd make a mess on my project. I think I'm going to put a box of band-aids on the list to bring up here to the SheShed. Move that off of that, straighten it up a little bit. This is not the way my grandma used to do it. They'd put it on them quilting frames and work on it. They didn't have this big fancy machine, but I bet if they had, they would have used it. But I've been to quilting bees before where the ladies would sit around and quilt. And that was fun for me. I enjoyed it. But it's been a long time since I've sat around a quilting frame and hand quilted with ladies. Now I've got to go down the other half side. I could have had some of this already done, but I thought somebody might want to just watch how I put it in the frame. When I first got this machine, I didn't know how to work it. Hey, Claudia. It was cold out here at Hagerville this morning, too. There was the frost up on the trucks and stuff. I hope it didn't hurt the garden. Let me, I'm doing this from my phone. I'm going to see if this will work for me. If I want to add it does. I'm learning this phone thing because usually when I do those lives, it's at my house on the laptop. But this is on the phone. I may be able to do this. May not be able to do it perfectly because I don't do anything perfect. I just get it done, just not perfect. Now I'm going to roll this backing onto this piece here, onto this, whatever you call this rod here. Kind of smooth it out as I put it on there. The way I do mine, the way I taught, the backing, the batting is just going to float. So we roll it up in there. Be careful not to get my hands on them pins. Interested to watch how it all comes together. I think it is. I enjoy doing it. I just don't do as many of them as I ought to. And I would quilt for other people if they wanted me to, but sometimes I hate to make promises I can't keep. Good morning, Manella Perry. I'm having a good day. I hope you guys are. I'm gonna keep rolling this. Make sure I try to get the wrinkles out of it. My quilt's not perfect, but I get the job done. Now I've got my center mark. And I've got this, I've got this marked over here at the center. And here's my center. So I'm going to pin this side. I'm gonna miss the comments, so you guys will have to just forgive me because I do want to work on this. Interesting to watch how it comes together, and it looks fine. And it was cold, and I'm ready for spring, Claudia. All right, I'm gonna pan again. I'm not a professional at this. But I want to get this one done so I can go see Brenda down at the quilt house and buy me some more fabric. But I've told myself I've got to completely finish one more before I can buy new stuff. I have to show you guys all my projects someday. They're everywhere. I'm almost too short to reach all the way across here. I know there's things you can buy that you can just slide this on there, but I don't quilt enough to buy all the stuff. All right, I'm going to keep working. My shoulders get tired pinning that. Pull that off. I'm going to sit that right there. Now I'm gonna move you just a little bit because I'm gonna roll it just a bit. I'm gonna I'm gonna tighten that end up just a little bit. It's just a little looser than this end. Now let's see if that took that little slack out of that part. But it didn't do it as much as I wanted it to. But I'm gonna leave well enough alone. Now I've got my batting. I'm gonna put my batting. Did I mark the center of it? Now comes, I'm gonna put the top on there now. You think it's exciting? I'm fixing to put this top on there. It'll take a few hours. I don't know how long I'll stay here, but it's not going to be just a real quick thing to do. And this took me a while to sew, but I love it. It's called Heart to Heart. Now, this morning, if you watch my video this morning, I marked the center of it, and I've got a mark here. So far, it's fitting. I'd have been in trouble if the top would have come out over this backing and batting. So maybe I measured right. I'm going to move this camera again. Whoops. I'll move it if I need to during the time. Quilts are stitches of love. They are. Now I'm going to run this down through there and see if it's all the same along that edge. Kind of letting that needle be my guide back there. right now, I'm gonna baste both these sides, both of those sides and down the long part, just the basting stitches before I start the other part. The scissors out of my pocket so I can cut that thread. So it's been 6 months since I've quilted on this thing, so I hope I remember all these steps and remember what I'm supposed to do. I've got all you guys watching me, so holler if I do something wrong. I try to remember to clip all them threads off because sometimes they get caught, my stuff gets caught in them threads. And when I was first learning, which I'm still learning, but I made a lot of mistakes by getting caught in them threads. I went out of view, didn't I? I'll see if I can show you those quilting stitches. Let me. And I don't know if you can see them or not, but those I basted all this part. Now I'm going to start the quilting there. Let's see. Let's go over to the other side of the room. Bouncy, bouncy. Now what I'm going to use is I do a pantograph, and that little red laser light will follow along with what, and I'll guide it from back here. But I got to get it all lined up. If I had somebody helping me and I wasn't just a one person show, maybe I could show you more what I was doing. Can I tilt it down? I don't know. I don't know. This is hard to do by myself. Now I'm going to have to go on the other side for a little bit. I didn't do that right. I'm gonna have to do that over. I said you're gonna watch me make some mistakes today. I'm gonna take it down to the other side and mark some things. Now I'm gonna start down on that end and do just kind of a little ghost row. And then I'll come back and do a full row from the other side. That's what I'm gonna try to do. A little late, but I better check to see if it's sewing good. All right, I'm gonna move it and I'm gonna try another I'm gonna try another row. Let me see if I can tilt it down. Not tilting down so good. I think because I kind of taped and tied and did everything to get this camera to stay up here on this tripod. Let me see which way I want to go here. Actually, I want to start up there at the top. I'm going to start right there. It looks pretty. I'm putting the hearts on there. I'm going to move this camera back over here. Now, I'm going to go over there and work, so I won't be over here. One row's done, so I'm gonna roll it. Howdy, 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 Little Ridge Farm. We're making a quilt here today, so I'm not over here chatting very much. So I hope you guys can chat a little bit with each other. And hello, Teresa. It's been 6 months since I put a quilt on this machine. I decided it was time to work on one. So I'm not really over here chatting much. I'm over here working. Thank you guys for coming in and watching me. I hope you don't watch me make mistakes, but it can happen. Oh, I almost forgot what I was doing. I like to place the needle down up here where I finish at the high spot, and I forgot to do it. If you don't do things all the time, you forget what you're doing and you get out of practice. I always find some loose threads. I'm going to base this edge again. Come on in, squirrel. I'm not the end of it. Just look at here. I made 2 rows on there. And Little Red just hired us to squirrel. All right, I'm going to go back over here. I'll have this done by noon if I get after it. Gonna let those loose so I can roll it again. And Squirrel says howdy to Little Ridge Farm. And baste those edges again. And remember to trim the threads. Actually, I think I'm going to change the bobbin. I hate to run out of a bobbin right in the middle of it, so I just change them pretty often. Good morning, Misha. I'm up here working. I hope you guys are getting something done today. I'm a working and a playing both at the same time. See my pretty quilt? I'll have it quilted here pretty soon. This quilt is called Heart to Heart. I'll show you what it. Can you see it? Oh, let me move this camera. That's what it looks like. I think it's just awful pretty. Now I'm not sure if I've done a really good job on it, but the fabrics are pretty, the pattern's pretty, but then it's got my work on it. I'm happy with it, Misha. It won't be perfect like some people because I'm not a perfectionist, but I can get the job done. All right, let me change my bobbin. It's not a huge quilt. I really wish it was bigger, but it'll be okay for the little girls, the little granddaughters. And then I've got to make some little boy quilts again. But little boys need little boys colors and little boy themes and not all hearts and flowers and all that. Good morning, Audrey. I'm a quilting this morning, or trying to. Actually, I'm coming along pretty good. I'm going to get this bobbin. And every time I change a bobbin, I take this little lint brush and the oil in all this machine. There's a lot of lint. See all that? A lot of lint gets down in there through that with that batting and such. I'm glad you made it. All right, let me get my oil in there. And I put the oil on the little bobbin part that turns. I don't know all the proper names for all this stuff. I just put one drop. It wasn't coming out. Looked like I put a whole lot, but I didn't. Just one drop. But I was holding all this stuff in my hand. I wasn't pushing the bottle to get it to squirt out. Put that. Well, I'm going to use that again. I don't have to put that little top on there. Let me set that down. Then we'll put that in there. I started what I've been talking for 50 minutes. So I started by putting the backing, and then I put the batting, and then I put the top and did some basting, and I've been a quilting on it. I'm going up to the other end of the room to start back this way. So I'll work my way down here. I need to clean up these threads in here. But I'm telling you, I brought a vacuum up here once and I had so many threads in the floor that I broke my vacuum. Huh. I don't know. Don't know. Don't know what happened. All right, going back down there. while just so it's still sewing because I can't see what's going on up there from back here. Got another row done. Just a few more turns and I'll have this thing done. It it kind of does. It's a Yeah, it does. It has a bobbin like a sewing machine inside. So yeah, it kind of does. Time is it anyway? 11. You know, I'll have this done by lunch. I really will. That's a good thing. Well, it won't be completely done, but I can take it out of here and get the binding cut. I haven't cut the binding yet, so I'll cut that. It's speedy. And do you hear it when I run it too fast? It makes that chirping sound. I know y'all hear that. When I get to cruising too fast, it go beep, beep, beep. I know you hear that sometimes. I missed it. That thread didn't want to come up. It's got a place here on the handle where I push and it's needle down, needle up, and then there's another one over here that I push and it won't sew until I push this one over here. So I'm going to make needle down, and then I'm going to push this one over here and it'll make it sew. Because right now it wouldn't sew. But if I push this one and move the machine, it goes by, it goes. And then needle up, and I'm going to trim those threads. And then I'm going to go down to the other side. Well, it doesn't, that sound doesn't hurt anything, but when I go a little too fast, it kind of just, it beeps, just a little short, quick, loud beep. I'll show you how I cut and sew the binding together and put it on there. But like I tell you, I'm not an expert. I can just do it. I can't do it as well as some people, but I can do better than some and not as good as others. All right, I'm going down there and around to come down here again. Got another row done. And Candace is saying hi to the farmer's wife. All right, I'm gonna keep working on this. Can you see how far we've come? This is the only part that's left. And all the part we've quilted rolled up on this bar here. Just some little threads. I can see them now, so I'm just trimming them off. Basting down the side. I do have these clips that I could put on here, but I usually don't use them if I don't need to. And since this is not a big top, oh, I've thought about it, Misha. I just hadn't done it. And then I saw Mona yesterday was doing a lampshade with fabrics. And I was thinking, that'd be almost pretty to make a lampshade that'd go with the quilt on the bed. I thought that'd be pretty. It is. I don't like but just a couple more runs. I'm going down to the other end. Yeah, I'm across the room, but you guys can see me. I don't have this machine in my house because I wouldn't have a room to live in if I put this thing in the house. So it's up here in the SheShed. It's kind of cold up here this morning. My feet are cold actually. I pulled my shoes off because I can feel how I'm walking better without my shoes on. I have on socks, but my feet's cold. And that would be cool. Mona did what? Did a video on it if you want to go look at it. All right, going back to work. I'm going to try to get by without changing the bobbin. I hope I don't mess up. Hope you don't run out right in the middle of my run. Got long threads every place. And sometimes those bobbins, if I don't use them, I take them to the house and use them on the sewing machine. I think that one's coming out of my pocket. Sometimes when I'm up here by myself, I sing. It has to be a song that I know the words to. So you know what? I'm going to sing just a little bit while I run this. Here goes. I don't know if you'll be able to hear me or not. I woke up this morning and I walked out my door. Every day was dawning and nothing before. Looked like whatever the Lord I could see. You made this morning and gave it to me. You just made my day. Jesus just made my day. All the dark clouds and burdens that won't away. With joy all around me, I just want to say, I'm so thankful to you. Just made my day. Walking the shadows and all alone. With the darkness must be after breaking all dawn. Heavenly light is now shining my way. And I say thank you, Jesus, you just made my day. Jesus just made my day. All the dark clouds and burdens that won't away. With joy all around me, I just want to say, I'm so thankful, Jesus, just made my day. And I made it. That bobbin went through. Back brace today. And Misha, I forgot the words to the song. I'll have this done just in a bit. I appreciate you guys keeping me company. It's a little loose. I'm gonna put a pin there to tighten that up. When I started it, that side was loose. Take that bobbin out. You know, if only the perfect singers or the perfect people ever did anything, nothing would ever get done. Isn't that about right? Get my fuzz out of there. Gotta oil it so it'll run good. I wouldn't have this machine, but I got an inheritance from an uncle a couple years ago, and I spent my inheritance on this machine and that fancy embroidery machine. Because I wouldn't have bought one for myself otherwise. And this is not one of them computerized ones, no more than I quilt. I didn't need one of them fancy computerized quilt machines, but they're neat. They do some pretty work. But this one here suits my purposes just fine. Put my bobbin back in. Going this way. Scissors. Whoop. Well, actually, I'm going to base this edge right here. I enjoy doing this. I ought to do it more, but I got to make me some more quilts before I can do more. Audrey, usually I do about 2 runs down through there and I change it because if I try to push it sometimes and do more, then it runs out and I don't see it and I've sewed and sewed and sewed and no have no bobbin. So I change it pretty often. I have a friend that has a computerized one, and boy, she does some pretty work with it, and it's really neat to watch it work. But this one, as you see, I've got to get behind it, and there's a pantograph, and I follow them lines to make the design. I'm going to show you more of this when I get done with it. All right, I'm gonna do something else. Thought I lost my scissors. Cut them threads. I need another apron with just pockets for threads. change it back up. This is about as computerized as I can handle because it changes the stitches and stuff. You can do the base and stitches, or then the sewing stitches. Sometimes you forget to change it from the base in the long stitches to the short sewing stitches. All right, one more run and I'm going to be done and take it off here. Well, I've got just a little bit here. I wonder what I could put in there. I'm not sure if it needs it or not, but I think I'm going to put just a little bitty row over there. I still have 12 people watching me, and I've been working for an hour and a half, but I've got to do just a little bit more, and then I'm going to unpin it out of here. I said it's only about that much that the pantograph didn't cover. Let's see what I can do. Now's the fun part. I'm gonna take it off here. Find my bowl to put my pins in. Unclick it here. Unclick it over here. Make sure I get all the pins out of it. And here it is. Let's move over to the light. And we've got it quilted. And here's the pretty back of it. And there's the front. Now what I'll do is I'll take it and I'll trim this extra off of it. And it'll go to looking prettier and prettier. There it is. Not completely done, but that's a big step. All right, guys. I'm proud of it. It's not a huge quilt. I don't know if you can see the quilting on it, but I've quilted hearts on it, kind of little loops in the heart. I'm happy with it. I am. But I'll cut that binding and I'll see about doing a video on that, Audrey. There, there's my quilt. Y'all watch me quilted. Watch me make my mistakes. Watch me do a few things right and a few things wrong. See if I can show the. Yeah, it's showing. You can kind of see that heart that I've quilted. All right, I'm going to get off here and go get my feet warm. Thank y'all all for being along and watching for a little while. Bye. I love y'all.